What is going on, everyone, and welcome back to another New Comics This Week previews episode. In today's video, I'm going to be going over all the upcoming new releases for January 25th, 2023's New Comic Book Day. I cannot believe that we're already at the end of January. This month went by so fast. As always, I'm going to be going over all the upcoming new releases from the major publishers and a ton of the indie ones as well. Those books varying covers, which books I'm going to be grabbing, and any sort of other important info that's going to help you guys decide which books you're going to be getting this week. And as always, as I begin to talk about these books, just be aware that there's still delays and shipment issues happening. So once it gets closer to New Comic Book Day, just check with your LCS to see which books are actually going to be getting in. And now, without further ado, let's jump right into these books. Alright folks, so to kick this list off first, I'm going to be going over AWA Upshot. They've got one coming out this week. It's Year Zero, Volume 0, Issue number 4. This is a phenomenal series. I highly recommend checking it out, especially if you're a zombie fan. Now, this is a prelude to the other two volumes, but you definitely can start with this one. This is obviously the start of the zombie apocalypse, while the other ones, they're just showing all the different survivors. Moving on to ARCOMICS, they've got one this week, but it does feature 3 brand new stories. It's World of Betty and Veronica, Jumbo Comics Digest, Issue number 22. Next up is Zenescope, and the first one is Grim Fairy Tales, issue number 68, and this one's got 4 different covers. Here's cover A. We've got a Vitorino variant, and now finally a cover C Garvey variant. Moving on to Oz, Return of the Wicked Witch, issue number 3. This one's got 4 different covers. This is cover A, the main. We've got a cover B Vitorino, and now finally a cover C McDonald variant. Next up is a new series. It's Robin Hood, Dragon, issue number 1. It says, just when it looks like Robin might finally get some downtime, new threats emerge against the citizens of New York City. And this one's got 4 different covers. This is cover A. We've got a cover B Spay variant, and now finally a cover C Reyes variant. Next up is another new one. We've got Van Helsing, Deadly Alchemy, issue number 1. After months of dealing with the remnants and ramifications of her father's vile experiments, Liesl Van Helsing returns to the place where it all started, the laboratory of Abraham Van Helsing. Besieged by the horrors of her father's past, Liesl realizes that some pages should just be left unturned. This one's got 4 different covers. This is cover A. We've got a Riviero variant, and now finally a cover C No variant. Moving on to another brand new series. I'm telling you, Zenescope, they've got a lot of brand new series this week. In my opinion, I'm sure a couple of them are going to get delayed. But we've got Belle, Scream of the Banshee, issue number 1. Since she was a child, Annabelle Belle DeMarco has been haunted by her past. Hailing from a bloodline of beast hunters and warriors, her family has slain many enemies over the centuries. As Belle dives deeper into the depths of her legacy, she discovers that some of the blood on her family's hands is innocent. This one's got 4 different covers. Here's cover A. We've got a cover B Matos variant, and now finally a cover C Abundanza variant. Next up is Wonderland Annual, A Wonderful Life, issue number 1. This is cover A. We've got a cover B Thompson variant, and now finally a cover C Santa Cruz variant. Moving on to the final new series coming out from them this week, it's Phoenix Files, issue number 1. Agent Phoenix's past is shrouded in mystery. Even he doesn't know much about where the psychokinetic powers come from. For years, he's used them in the service of shadow agencies without a second thought. Now, with the help of Avril Williams, a fellow agent and witch, he's finally going to uncover the dark truth about his past. This one's got 4 different covers. Here's cover A. We've got a cover B Talabau variant, and now finally a cover C Garvey variant. Next up is Ablaze, and the first one is Boogeyman, issue number 5. This one's got 6 different covers. This is cover A. We've got a cover B variant, and now finally a cover C Nieto variant. The only other one they've got this week is Traveling to Mars, issue number 3, and this one's got 7 different covers. This is cover A. We've got a cover B Pinty variant, and now finally a cover C Boofy variant. Moving on to Whatnot Publishing, the first one is Ninja Funk, issue number 3. This one's got 6 different covers. Here's cover A. We've got a cover B Regal variant, and now finally a cover C Tyler Kirkham variant. The only other one they've got this week is the start of a brand new series. It's The Exiled, issue number 1. This is an original series written by Wesley Snipes. This one's got 13 different covers. Here's cover A. We've got a cover B Esquivo variant, and now finally a cover C Acevedo variant. Moving on the Vault, the first one is West of Sundown, issue number 8. This is cover A, the main. We've got a cover B Terry variant, and now finally a cover C Sealy variant. Moving on to Door, Night by Night, issue number 3. Read the first issue. It was awesome. I definitely got to get caught up on this one, though, and you guys should check it out as well. This is cover A, the main, and then we've got a cover B Hurt variant. Moving on to Ahoy Comics, they've got My Bad, issue number 3. After that is Oni Press, and the first one's the start of a brand new series. It's a brand new ongoing of Rick and Morty. This is obviously issue number 1. This one's got 6 different covers. Here's cover A. We've got a cover B Ellerby variant, and now finally a cover C Williams variant. The only other one they've got this week is Pink Lemonade, issue number 5. Next publisher today is Valiant, and they've got Book of Shadows, issue number 3 on the way, and this one's got 4 different covers. This is cover A. We've got a cover B Romero variant, and now finally a cover C Escafolory variant. Next up is Bad Idea Comics. They've got the Ends, issue number 3. And now this next publisher, this is the last small indie publisher I'm going to be talking about today. It's Black Box Comics, and they've got Dream Master, issue number 3. This is cover A, the main cover, and then we've got a cover B Meyer and DiNapoli variant. Out of all those publishers, the only ones I plan on grabbing this week are Year Zero, Volume 0, issue number 4. And from Oni Press, I might be grabbing the Rick and Morty, issue number 1. I'm a big Rick and Morty fan, but I've never read the comics before, so this is obviously going to be a good spot to jump on. But next up, let's talk about Image Comics and Boom Studios. Alright, all you Image fans, first one today from them is the start of a brand new arc for Saga. This is issue number 61. I have still not got caught up on Saga. I've got the compendium sitting right over there. I just never cracked it open. If you're a big Saga fan, let me know what you think about it down below. This one's only got a cover A. Moving on, we've got Spawn, issue number 338. Here's cover A, the main, and then we've got a cover B Tomaselli variant. After that is a new arc. We've got Monstrous. This is issue number 42. Followed up with that is the Scorched, issue number 14. Here's cover A, and then we've got a cover B Agulo variant. Moving on to Junkyard Joe, issue number 4. I love Junkyard Joe. If you're a fan of Geiger, you absolutely need to check this one out as well. This one's got 4 different covers. Here's cover A. We've got a cover B Rodriguez and Anderson variant, and now finally a cover B Scott variant. Moving on, The Creepshow, issue number 5. This is the series finale for those of you still reading this one. This one's got 4 different covers as well. So here's cover A. We've got a cover B Jones variant, and now finally an Alan Qua variant. Next up is Image, issue number 10. After that is Philadelphia, issue number 27. Another phenomenal series from Image. This is cover A, the main. We've got a cover B Temple Smith variant, and now finally a cover C Black and White Noir variant. Moving on to Hitomi, issue number 4. This is cover A, the main cover, and then we've got a cover B Mirror variant. Moving on to Lovesick, issue number 4. This one's got 4 different covers. Here's cover A. We've got a cover B Vecchio variant, and now finally a cover C Vecchio variant. Next up is Hell to Pay, issue number 3. Here's cover A, and then we've got a cover B Slimy variant. After that's the start of a brand new series, Inferno Girl Red, issue number 1. A new school, new relationships, new possibilities for any teenager. Big moves are both challenging and exciting. But it's a whole new thing for Cassia Costa, because an ancient cult and their army of demons has ripped her new home of Apex City out of our universe and cast into the darkness. This one's got 6 different covers. Here's cover A. We've got a cover B Mana variant, and now finally a cover C Go variant. Moving on to Plush, issue number 3. If you're into weird books, this is definitely a very odd one. It deals, right now, my thinking, it's kind of cannibalistic, just furries and cults. Like I said, it's an odd one. Definitely check it out. Here's cover A. We got a cover B Fleeks variant, and now finally a cover C Corona and Stern variant. After that is another series finale this week. We've got American Jesus, Revelation, issue number 3. Moving on to a brand new volume, we've got The Magic Order, volume 4, issue number 1. This one's got 4 different covers. Here's cover A. We got a cover B Ron Black and White variant, and now finally a cover C Albuquerque variant. And now this next one's the last one coming out from Image this week, so they're having a pretty solid week. A little bit lighter, though. We got Voyages, issue number 3. Here's cover A, and then we've got a cover B Vendrell variant. Out of all those books, the only ones I plan on grabbing are Junkyard Joe, issue number 4. Philadelphia, issue number 27. Hell to Pay, issue number 3. Inferno Girl Red, issue number 1, and then finally Plush, issue number 3. Moving on to Boom Studios, they've got some good ones this week. The first one is Briar, issue number 3. This one's got 6 different covers. So here's cover A. We've got a cover B Paquette variant, and now finally a 1 in 25 Love It Virgin Incentive variant. Moving on to Damn Them All, issue number 4. This one's got 6 different covers as well. Here's cover A. We got a cover B Mora variant, and now finally a 1 in 25 Adlard Incentive variant. Next up is Once Upon a Time at the End of the World, issue number 3. This series is so much better than I thought it was going to be. I went into it just thinking it was going to be kind of an apocalyptic love story, and I mean, I guess it really is, but it's just so much better than that. They're really doing a great job with the characters and the story. This one's got 5 different covers. Here's cover A. We've got a cover B Franny variant, and now finally a 1 in 75 Mercado Incentive variant. Moving on to Behold Behemoth, issue number 3. This one's got 4 different covers. I read the first issue. I don't really remember what it was all about, but I know I didn't continue on with it. I didn't think it was all that good. I did like the artwork, though. I remember that much. This is cover A. We got a cover B Deladera variant, and now finally a 1 in 25 Allen Incentive variant. Next up, we got Mighty Morphin Power Rangers TMNT Volume 2. This is issue number 2. Such an awesome read. If you're a Power Rangers or Turtles fan, you definitely need to pick this one up. This one's got 17 different covers. Here's cover A. We've got a cover B Eastman and Williams variant, and now finally a cover C Tim Laddie variant. Out of all those issues, I'm going to be grabbing Briar, issue number 3, Once Upon a Time at the End of the World, issue number 3, and then Mighty Morphin Power Rangers Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, Volume 2, issue number 2. But next up, let's talk about Dark Horse, IDW, and Dynamite. All right, Dark Horse fans, first one today from them is The Witch Witcher, The Ballad of the Two Wolves, issue number 2. This one's got 4 different covers. Here's cover A. We got a cover B Rebelka variant, and now finally a cover C Schmidt variant. Next up is Dead Mall, issue number 3, and now finally, this is the last one from them. We've got Dragon Age The Missing, issue number 1. If you're a video game fan, definitely check this one out. It says it's a new series that leads into BioWare's upcoming game, Dragon Age Dreadwolf. I won't be grabbing any of those books, so moving on to IDW. The first one's the start of a brand new series. I hope it's not like the last one. We've got TMNT, The Last Ronin, The Lost Years, issue number 1. I think The Last Ronin was a 5-issue miniseries and it took over a year to come out. Definitely wait for a hardcover, trade paperback, something like that for this series. I lost so much interest in it, and by the time that 5th issue came out, I had to reread the whole thing again. This one's got 13 different covers. They're all awesome. Check them out online. This is cover A. We've got a cover B Eastman variant, and now finally a cover C Smith variant. Next up is Sonic the Hedgehog, issue number 57. This is cover A. We've got a cover B Thomas variant, and now finally a 1 in 10 4-drain incentive variant. After that is TMNT, Saturday Morning Adventures, issue number 4, and this one's got 4 different covers. This is cover A. We got a cover B Galloway variant, and now finally a cover C Chi variant. This next one's the final one coming out from IDW. It's Dead Seas, issue number 2. That was a really good first issue. Totally caught me off guard. Very last second pickup and very worth it. This is cover A. We got a cover B Anadito variant, and now finally a cover C Jones variant. Out of those issues, I'm going to be grabbing TMNT, Last Ronin, The Lost Years, issue number 1, assuming this first issue doesn't already get delayed. I hope I just didn't put that out in the universe. And then I'm going to be grabbing Dead Seas, issue number 2. Moving on to Dynamite, they're having a huge week as of now. First one today is Gargoyles, issue number 2. This one's got 28 different covers. Here's cover A. We got a cover B Connor variant, and now finally a cover C Perillo variant. Moving on to a new series, Darkwing Duck, issue number 1. I am pumped for this one. It's got a whopping 45 different covers. This is cover A. We got a cover B Anadito variant, and now finally a cover C Lyrics variant. Moving on to 007, this is issue number 6. This one's got 8 different covers. Here's cover A. We got a cover B Wutan variant, and now finally a cover C Laming variant. After that is Siren's Gate, issue number 3. This one's got 4 different covers. This is cover A. We've got a 1 in 10 Mare incentive variant, and now finally a 1 in 15 Kumanaki incentive variant. Next up is Lord of the Jungle, issue number 3. This one's got 11 different covers. Here's cover A. We got a cover B Panassian variant, and now finally a cover C Burns variant. Moving on to Cherish, issue number 3. This one's got 13 different covers. This is cover A, the main. We got a cover B Kinet variant, and now finally a cover C Lee variant. After that, this is the end of the arc, and this is the last one coming out from them this week. It's the Ninjets, issue number 5, and this one's got 7 different covers. This is cover A. We've got a cover B Lau variant, and now finally a cover C Federici variant. Out of all those books, the one I plan on grabbing is going to be Darkwing Duck, issue number 1. And next up, let's talk about DC Comics. So the first one today from DC is Detective Comics, issue number 1068, and this one's got 5 different covers. Here's cover A. We've got a cover B In-Hook Lee cardstock variant, and now finally a cover C Rise cardstock variant. Next up is Action Comics, issue number 1051, and this one does have a backup story. This one's also got 13 different covers. Here's cover A. We've got a cover B Beach variant, and now finally a cover C Forns variant. Moving on to Catwoman, issue number 51. This one's got 6 different covers. This is cover A. We've got a cover B Sway Swabby cardstock variant, and now finally a cover C Sweeney Boo cardstock variant. Next up is Harley Quinn, issue number 26. This one's got 8 different covers. This is cover A, the main. We've got a cover B Garner cardstock variant, and now finally a cover C Frizzing cardstock variant. After that is Batman, One Bad Day, Catwoman, issue number 1. This one's got 6 different covers. This is cover A, the main. We've got a cover B Jim Lee variant, and now finally a 1 in 25 Fong incentive variant. Moving on to the Human Target, issue number 11. Here's cover A. Here's cover B, the Janin variant, and now finally a 1 in 25 incentive variant. Continuing on with DC this week, we've got Justice Society of America, issue number 2, and this one's got 6 different covers. This is cover A. We got a cover B Paquette cardstock variant, and now finally a 1 in 25 Rainy cardstock incentive variant. After that is Tim Drake, Robin, issue number 5. This is cover A. We've got a cover B Robles cardstock variant, and now finally a 1 in 25 Junie Ba cardstock incentive variant. Now for this next one, this is a new one-shot. We've got Lazarus Planet, We Were Once Gods, issue number 1. This one's got 6 different covers. This is cover A. We've got a cover B Dave Johnson cardstock variant, and now finally a cover C Matina cardstock variant. After that is Batman, Gotham Knights, Gilded City, issue number 4. This is cover A. We got a cover B Valero cardstock variant, and now finally a cover C video game cardstock variant. Continuing on, we've got DC Horror Presents Sergeant Rock vs. the Army of the Dead, issue number 5. This is cover A. We got a Kirby Francavilla cardstock variant, and now finally a 1 in 25 Temple Smith cardstock incentive variant. Next one today on my list is Blue Beetle Graduation Day, issue number 3. This one's got 4 different covers. This is cover A. We got a cover B, Canones cardstock variant, and now finally a 1 in 25 Choco cardstock incentive variant. And now for this next one, folks, this is the last one coming out from DC this week. It's Sandman Universe, The Dead Boy Detectives, issue number 2. This is cover A. We've got a cover B Ekman Long cardstock variant, and now finally a 1 in 25 Johnson cardstock incentive variant. Out of all those issues, DC's having a pretty solid week. I'm going to be grabbing Batman, One Bad Day, Catwoman, issue number 1. Next up, let's finish this video now with Marvel Comics. All right, here we go, Marvel fans. First one today is going to be a Dark Web tie-in. It's ASM issue number 18. This one's got 6 different covers. Here's cover A. We've got a McGinnis design variant, and now finally a 1 in 25 McGinnis incentive variant. After that, this is the end of the arc. We've got Thor. This is issue number 30. This one's got 5 different covers. Here's cover A. We've got a Daughterman MCU variant, and now finally a 1 in 25 Frank Cho incentive variant. Moving on to Midnight Suns, issue number 5. Here's cover A. We got a game variant, and now finally a Nakayama Virgin variant. Moving on to Exterminators, issue number 5. After that is Star Wars, Dr. Aphra, issue number 28. This is cover A, and then we've got a Sprouse Return of the Jedi 40th Anniversary variant. Continuing on, we've got the start of a brand new event. So Marvel, they got 2 different events going on, probably a ton of tie-ins as well. We've got Sins of Sinister, issue number 1. This one's got 12 different covers. This is cover A. We got a 1 in 25 Shaw wraparound variant, and now finally a 1 in 100 Art Germ incentive variant. Next one is Star Wars Yoda, issue number 3. This one's got 5 different covers. This is cover A. We got a Fairy variant, and now finally a 1 in 25 Zurcher incentive variant. After that is Star Wars The High Republic, The Blade, issue number 2. Here's cover A. We've got a Lopez variant, and now finally a 1 in 25 Suyon incentive variant. Next up is Sabretooth and the Exiles, issue number 3. Here's cover A, and then we've got a Shaw variant. Moving on to Doctor Strange, Fall Sunrise, issue number 3. This is cover A, the main. We've got a Ganachow variant, and now finally an Anka variant. Next up, we've got All Out Avengers, issue number 5. This is cover A, the main. We've got a Stormbreakers variant, and now finally an Alan Davis variant. This next one's the last one coming out for Marvel this week. It's Murder World, Wolverine, issue number 1. This is cover A, the main cover, and then we've got a Lopez variant. Pretty big week coming out for Marvel, but this might be my latest Marvel week in a very long time. I'm only going to be getting Thor, issue number 30. But that's all the comics coming out this week, folks. Thank you for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed it. Be sure to comment down below what books you're going to be picking up this week and which ones you think I missed out on. Thank you for watching, everyone. If you did enjoy it, be sure to hit that thumbs up button. And if you don't want to miss out on any of my upcoming content, go ahead and hit that subscribe button down below with notifications turned on. You won't regret it. And now I've got 2 more sitting off to the side here with more of my comic book content. Click on one of those, and I'll see you in the next one. Have a great day.